Hello, hello, Liana here, talking about life, love, and sex. And today it's gonna be a continuation from last week. Last week I talked about an event that I was at where couples can go to sexually explore. And this happens in Whistler, BC, Canada. So I was invited there to give a couple of workshops, and I'm going to talk about those workshops that I gave, what it was like, how it went, and I also had the opportunity to talk to a number of people that went to the event. So I'm going to share a little bit about what happened there. So stay tuned for that coming up. I wanted to announce that I am going to be starting a Patreon section. It's coming up where I'm going to share some deeper stories that I've had. I'm really going to get into the storytelling of my own life, some very intimate, personal kind of stories. And I thought that that would be a great place to do it, where, I can get a lot more detailed and a lot more intimate in the kind of sexual explorations that I've been doing, the kind of life adventures that I've been having. So stay tuned for that. Check it out when it comes out. I'd love to have you part of the deeper level tribe. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Okay, let's get into Whistler Takeover event. This is put on by SOP Productions, Single Open Poly Productions. And I've been doing workshops for them for many years. Actually, I was at their very first event in Whistler, 10 years ago or so. My husband at the time, and I were looking for different places that we could meet people that were interested in sexually exploring. So this event came up through my own research, and we attended. Now, we were quite scared to go. We were newbies, and we were scared to really do much. So we didn't actually end up playing with anybody during that entire event, but we learned so much about ourselves. We talked to a lot of people about sexuality and what they were doing, what they wanted to explore. And actually, the first time so the first time we didn't even become part of the event. We were just checking it out. So yeah, that's why we didn't do any play that weekend. But it was intriguing to us as well that this kind of event actually took place. And so the following year, we participated, and we also gave a workshop at that time because he was coming out as bisexual, so we wanted to offer a conversation about that. So now it's been at least 10 years or so since my first time going to that event, and I was invited to give a couple of workshops. So I decided to give two workshops. One is sex yoga, and the other is sex magic. These are two workshops that I have been thinking about working on for quite a long time. So this was an awesome opportunity to offer them to a crowd that is open to these kinds of alternative kinds of ways of looking at things. So the event runs from Thursday to Sunday, and my workshops are Friday and Saturday. There's a lot of workshops on the afternoons of Friday and Saturday. There are other workshops like open discussions around bisexuality. I noticed there was that, around polyamory, along the open relationship lifestyle, various discussions that took place, and then more hands-on kind of workshops like BDSM workshops, lap dancing, tantra-based kind of workshops. So a whole variety touching on different aspects of sexuality. So sex yoga, I really wanted to offer this one because people are coming into the world of sexual exploration, the dimension of sexual exploration. And part of that exploration is learning how to have sex for a longer period of time, to have experiences that are longer, that are fuller, that are deeper, that are, experimental, exploratory. So you want to, have the body that's ready for that, So in sex yoga, we really talk about 5 elements specifically that help directly with your ability to have better, gourmet, juicy, incredible, lengthy sexual connections with people. So just quickly to go over, there's the strength aspect, there's the stretch aspect. In yoga there's a lot of stretch and there's a lot of strength that's required in yoga. So doing yoga helps prepare you for sexual activity. Stretch your groins, your hips, opening. Breath is another huge one. We did some breath exercise in the beginning. The kind of breath that I was teaching specifically can be used to relax your body more, because you can be quite nervous when, especially if you're a newbie. Even when you're not a newbie, you're meeting with some different people, and your partner is like interested in somebody, and you're interested in somebody else, and you know, your emotions are boiling depending on it. You're kind of nervous, so you can breathe to relax. So breathing in yoga is all about the breath. So really important to practice that. Sound, we really got into sound, and I know a lot of yoga classes, they want you to keep kind of quiet, but my sex yoga class, it's all about letting the sound come out, release the sound. The sound is a beautiful, powerful energy that is super erotic and sexy during sexual activity as well. So when you can do that, you can release any kind of energy within yourself. Sometimes you can release like really stored stress and anxiety, and yoga is good for that because you're stretching and you're using your power, and then you're like releasing with your voice. And the last aspect is surrender, like really learning to surrender during sex, during any kind of sexual play. I'm not talking just penetration. I'm talking about everything that's sexual. So you've got your BDSM, you've got your tantric practices, you have different kinds of practices. Like I'm talking about sex yoga, sex magic practices that maybe you're not doing any kind of penetrative activity, but you're moving the sexual energy in your body. You're learning how to activate it and connect with it. So surrender to it, surrender to your body, surrender. So we did a lot of that practice. It was an awesome class. People loved it. I loved it. I had such an amazing time. And I am planning to do some sex yoga classes on this channel. So stay tuned for that. That may also be longer versions available in the Patreon section coming up. So sex yoga, that was the Friday night, Friday afternoon, because the Friday evening, there's music, there's connection with people. There are playrooms on one of the floors of the hotel. So there was the voyeur playroom, so people who like to watch other people. And there was actually a television screen looking into another room, which was the they call it the porno room. It's really the room where the people are actually having sex that other people are watching, which is kind of this fun dynamic. There's a BDSM room. There's like other sort of decorative color-based rooms where you can go and meet up with people, or just with your own partner and have sex with other people around, you know, or join in, or try new things, or be the voyeur. So people were busy, busy that night. And they had already gone through sex yoga, so they were relaxed. Their bodies were prepared and ready. On Saturday afternoon, I gave the sex magic class. Now this was a freaking amazing class. Very powerful, very wonderful group of people that joined in the class. It is basically magic in the sense of manifesting something that you want to manifest. So we bring on an intention, and I lead you on this amazing journey with music and movement to start building that sexual energy in your body until it gets to a high level enlightened state and it's released. There's actually no sexual contact in this class. You don't need it. I wanted people to really viscerally feel it, and then be able to take those feelings into the sexual arena, because sex magic happens as well while you're having sex, and you heighten up to orgasmic state. You can build that sexual energy. What is sexual energy? Creative energy, life force energy creates a baby. So why not be able to manifest whatever you want? So the class was incredible, and I'm going to be doing a lot more of that as well, and talking a lot more about sex magic. So overall, it was an amazing weekend. I've been using the word amazing a lot, but it was a great weekend. Also, it snowed on Saturday night, so because the jacuzzi is a very popular location to hang out, and there was snow falling, it was like a magical evening of snow and jacuzzi and sexy people, and very, very fun. I highly encourage you and your partner to try it out 1 year. If you would like more information, you can contact me below, okay? And I think I've got a link for that organization that, the SOP Productions below that you can find out a lot more information. And I just really like the woman that leads the organization. And she's doing a lot to help couples have a location to go. It's it's not the swingers club. It's more of, and there are swingers retreats and stuff like that. This is more of a place where you can learn about sexual exploration, where you can connect with people that are interested in going beyond monogamy, long-term heterosexual. They want, what else is there? What else can we do in a relationship? Lot of long-term couples that go to this. Couples have been married for 20, 30 years. Age range is 30 to 60. 30 to 60, 35 to 60. Is older, and there's some younger. But in that middle range of people, like, hey, let's go have fun. Why stop ever? Why, let's go enjoy company of people that want to talk about sex, that want to talk about what you can do around this idea of sex. It's a very different conversation that most people have or ever have the opportunity to have. It's very fun, very different. And then people who are very open sexually as well are just generally very open-hearted people. You have to really have hit deep nerves in your being to connect with your sexual energy, right? It's your deep level chakras, are very base energy chakras, right? So people are in playing with that, are looking at it, are releasing traumas from there as well, so that they can grow and they can expand, they can learn more about who they are as sexual people. So yes, thank you. That's all I'm going to share today. Check out my Patreon. Well, it's not up today, but I'm just announcing it's coming up. I'm going to have the Patreons. I would love to have you involved. There's going to be some more juicy, in-depth information there. And next week, at some point, I'm going to have a men's masterclass. So if you would like to be part of that, please sign up below as well in the description, and you'll be first to find out the date and time. Thank you so much for joining. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again next week. Much love making. Mwah.